hope it's this one. Okay, good. It's been quite a day. All right. You don't need to see me though. Hold on, I'll point it down. Oh, there we go. And I'll put this up here. Ugh. Pretty sketchy. Hold on. There we go. Oh, goodness. All right. So I want to do a couple things. I wanted to paint like a winter scene for my Christmas cards this year. Don't want to wait too long. I know that shutter flies pretty quick, but just in case. And then I also wanted to work on some ornaments. I did this one last time on Sunday, I believe. So that was yesterday. I did this little deer. I need to still paint the back of him. I did this wreath. It was with glitter paint and regular paint, acrylic, such. This one I did a Christmas tree, and it's like I dotted some craft paint, but it's like the puffy paint kind. And I would very much like to make more. I was doing some ornaments too to sell. This one I did like a tie-dye design, and it says peace on earth, but I need to go back over that. So it says it actually looks like what it's supposed to look like. Let me get some, sorry, I need to put my arms everywhere. Let me get some, shoot, hold on. You can just look at me for a second. I gotta do something real quick. Okay. No, not there. I'm sorry. Let me open up Safari. All right. All right. There we go. And where are we? That's really cute. Anyway, I need to do a horizontal painting because I would like my cards to be horizontal. Let's see here. Let's see what my ideas are that I have waiting for me. The cat's coming. Maya, you don't need to be here. I know, sweetheart. You're my girl. I have already fed you and all that jazz. I have. Yeah. Oh, gosh. This makes it difficult. You used to do this when I was working from home, and that wasn't fun because then I couldn't use the mouse the way I'm supposed to use a mouse. So that's, oh my gosh, really? Stop. She must have known, right, Maya? Okay, she's leaving. She wants you to see her butthole first, though. Oh, goodness. All right, I guess I'll just make it up as I go along because I can't figure out what I'm doing. And my cat's in the way. She's always in the way. Say hello to the good people. Say hello to Brandon. Say hello. This is not where I want the camera to be, but she's adorable, so I'll just point it up for her. There. She is the center of attention. Aren't you? I forgot to put it in my bio or like in my description that my cat might show up, but she usually does. Right, Maya? Why is it red? Okay. What's the matter, sweet baby? What is it? What is it? Thank you for liking. This is beer for me, not for you, Maya. Sorry. Did you have a hard day at work? No. You were here all day. That's where you were. Why did she turn it red? No, whatever. I'll figure it out later. Right, Maya? Yes. What a good girl you are. You are so... Is your tail still green? Hold on. I think most of it's off. She turned her tail green yesterday. She turned her tail into a giant paintbrush. Whew. I wish I could do the dice tonight, but I have too much to do. Oh, gosh. My ear's bleeding. That's great. So I'm going to do the mixed media ornaments, which I've already been doing. So this is one I'm going to sell or try to sell, but I need to fix the on earth part. And I can't really get started until she is ready to get down. So how's life? Yes, please get down. Please get down. Okay, don't. I don't care. All right. So I wanted to paint something on this surface for my Christmas cards this year because I think my family and friends have seen my face enough. So I don't need to put myself or my cat on my cards, although everybody really likes to see my cat usually. Yeah, everybody likes to see my cat. Yes. Okay. So here's the snowman candle I've been lighting every day. I need to, like the last time I lit it, it was about to go off because it made a big wax puddle down here. So I need to figure out how to. I might have to break it down myself. Sadly, you need to move. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to use the heat gun. Works like a charm. Okay. So I guess I don't think I want to do white but I would like to do like a puffy gold like I used on the other one. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. Where is it? There it is. Okay. I kind of would prefer silver, but it's fine. It's fine. Oh, goodness. I don't know why hopefully it still works. I don't know. The webcam is turning red. Usually it's blue. I don't know what that means. Hopefully it means something to somebody, not me. All right, so I'm just going to draw. I'm going to outline where I painted the words on Earth. It'd be fun if it was like glittery, but that's okay. I think I'm going to do some more tie-dye ornaments. Hopefully people will buy them. Although the weekend I'm doing this is apparently that did not work. One moment, I need a paper towel. Ugh. Just gonna rub that off. I don't care if it's glittery. 'Tis the season to be obnoxious. All right, so I'm just drawing the words on Earth, and I already drew it in paint, so I'm just gonna do that. Try to make it as legible and readable as possible. I guess I don't, because the letters are so close together. I guess I'm gonna have to make it up as I go along. I don't know how I feel about this now, but I guess it works. Peace on Earth. I wish it was more. Shoot. Hold on. Hold the phone. Susan's going to fix it. Fix. Wipe it all off. Buff it in. So now it's all glittery and golden. So it's like figuring things out as I go along. Let me see what I can do here. I need a different color. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, I am coming back, I promise. All right. Well, I did not have a chance to buy more stuff because I was at work all day. But let's see what I can do with what I got. So I need to put some paint on the palette so I can fix this because I just have like glittery gold on it now. But it's okay. It's Mixed Media Monday. I apologize. Next week will be it might be. I might have to craft fair prep again next week. But the week after that should be Christmas. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Gosh. All right. So I'm going to go over this with white again. Just to make sure that it's all very well visible. I kind of liking the gold on top, but it's not really what the design was. So I can do this. It's really hot in here today. I wish the weather would just make up its mind. I guess I could turn on the fan. I guess I will. Hold on a moment. I know I'm going to turn on the wrong light. I know I will. Of course. Hold on. There we go. Okay. All right. Excuse me. I think like hippie culture is kind of not what it used to be. So hopefully this will still sell to some boomers. I don't know. I like it. I'm gonna get it out. I like the fabric red because it's always brighter than the regular acrylic. It sits on the surface better because it's water based. Actually, I think the regular acrylics are too, but not as much. I don't know how to explain it. This is just brighter. Sorry. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's much better. Just going back over it a little bit so it just stands out because I had to rub some gold on there and I did not like the way it looked, so I had to erase it, quote unquote. And to erase, you just rub it off while it's still wet. And then you go back over it with this pink color so it shows up the way you want it to. Sorry about the glare. You know what I want for Christmas? I want a better setup for my painting, but one step at a time. Okay. So I don't really like, well, it's fine. It looks homemade, but I feel like the peace sign is crooked now. It bothers me a little tiny bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Well, I mean, I'm doing this craft fair prep in case I need more stuff to sell, but I currently I have a lot to sell, so I'm just like to work one day and have everything okay. You know, just because I had a day off doesn't mean that everything needs to go crazy, but apparently it does. Oh well. So again, I'm going to use the fabric paint because it stands out better. So this is the green fabric paint. It's called Holiday Green. Sorry, I didn't get that in the picture at all. I'm only going to put a little bit. Green tends to stain everywhere in the universe. Okay. So now you can't even tell that I put gold on it, sort of. But even if you can tell, it's glittery, and there's nothing wrong with glittery stuff when you are doing Christmas, at least in my opinion. I was going to do a poinsettia, but I think I already did one for ornaments. I like this idea, though. It's nice and simple. All right. Pretty cool. I'm going to let that dry before I start playing around with fonts, which are so hard to do. I just want everybody to know, like, I'm not good with fonts. I'm fine with fonts on the computer, but that's different. It's just completely different to do fonts in Paint. Okay. So I was kind of hoping to do a winter scene, but I wanted to look for something that would be a decent idea. All right. You know what else I would like to do I would like to do that Charlie Brown Christmas tree on one of my stuff. That would be fun. But first things first. First things first, but not necessarily in that order. I really do like vertical as opposed to horizontal, but I'm trying to get more horizontal in my, I don't know what you call it, in my portfolio. That's it. Aww. All right. I'm trying not to put my arm in paint. We've already had that disaster yesterday. Don't need it again. One moment. Oh. I want a winter scene. That's cool. I just save a whole bunch of ideas and then I make it my own. I don't quote unquote, I copy it, but I paint it myself. And for some reason, I think that's fine. It's just like Muse Paint Bar without all the money spent. All right, we're getting there. Hold on, let me go back up. Oh, not the kitty. I like the kitty cats. I should do that for an ornament too. That would be fun. All right. So I'm just looking at stuff to draw. That's a nice one, but I don't know. I guess it could be vertical. I don't know. I just like horizontal, but I guess I can make it vertical. It's not a big deal. All right. This might be tough. I'll try it. That one's probably easier. And that one I've done before, but I don't want to do it again. Sorry, y'all can't see what I'm doing, so I apologize. I'm going to try this one. It's going to have a watercolor type background. So I need some pastel colors. I need blue. I do not need a kitty cat. I like you very much, but I don't need you up here. Appreciate it. I'm going to paint the background first, which is a gradient of pastels. I'll move my palette over so y'all can see what I'm squirting on. That's what I got. All right, I need a pink. A light pink if possible. Yeah. Well, actually, I might need two pinks. Let's get a darker pink too. Oh, nice. I thought this was a new one, but it's not. So there's one darker pink. I would like to do also a lighter pink. And some yellow. I don't think I'm going to need orange because these are technically primary colors, sort of pastel-y primary colors. And so therefore I'll just use yellow. Maya, you are not, this is not for you. This is not a place for kitty cats. I do love you. I do. But it's not a place for kitty cats. You would know if it was a place for kitty cats. You know why? Because it would say, this is a place for kitty cats. But of course you can't read, so that doesn't really matter, does it, huh? I like the pesto, but I don't want to use that. I'll use this with white. Do I have the sunshine yellow? Hang on. I do, but I used it a lot. I don't use a lot of sunshine yellow. Oh, wait. No. Sorry. Okay. I will use the regular yellow and just mix white in it. I'm worried my cat's going to swish her tail around like she did last night. All right. Okay, so we're going to start from the top, work our way down. Whoopsies. I'm going to get a thicker brush, sort of, more or less. I like this one a lot, but, well, Maya, honestly, she did get her fur and stuff. Every time, I tell you. Okay. I'm going to mix some white in with, hold on, sorry. So I want this blue, but I want it to be a little bit lighter than that. Excuse me. I don't know if you can see my cat right now because I'm not on the camera, but I'm not looking at the chat. But she is trying so hard to get in the way. So hard. All right, so I wanted to mix white with this lightish blue so I can make a blue that's not really that bad. Like, I can always paint over it if I need, but I would do more white that way. I can't believe it's Monday. Doesn't even feel like a Monday. I mean, and that's weird because it should feel like a Monday, but it doesn't. I mean, it does in a sense, but only when I was at work. Now it kind of feels like a I don't know, like a Thursday. It doesn't matter what it feels like because it's not Thursday, it's Monday. So who cares what it feels like? Okay, so I painted that little streak. I'm gonna mix up some pinks, two of the pinks, the light and the dark, and then I'm gonna mix it with white to make it lightish, but also a different, unique pink. Excuse me, Maya. This is not for you. No, this is not a place for cats. You need to go. You're so not gonna. I can't clean off your tail again in front of the street. This is not how this goes. Do you need me to do the heat gun? Because I will. I will. All right, that's what I thought. Sorry, I don't want to scare her, but I don't want her to have a multicolored tail either. It's not nice. It doesn't work for anything. Oh, man. All right. So I'm painting, if you just joined us, I'm painting like a winter scene for my Christmas cards this year. It's something I wanted to do for a while and then didn't get around to it. I'm also doing some ornaments. And I mean, yeah, there's going to be mixed media, sort of. I'll mix some paint in there. I don't know, mix some different types of paint in there. Usually I do anyway. Hopefully y'all will forgive me for this one because I can't always. I wanted to do mixed media Monday, but I have so much to do. So next Monday, hopefully. So I'm just painting like a gradient watercolorish looking background. It's not watercolor, it's acrylic paint, but you know what I mean. So the next color is going to be yellow, but it's going to be like a pastelish. And I'd also like it to be peach colored in between. So I need to, where did my white go? Nope, there it is. I need to mix up the white with the yellow and the pink a little bit. I like how my dead aunt sends me friend requests. Like I think she might have gotten hacked. I'm not positive. But thank you. I don't even know how that happens. Like, it's not like she's responding to like fem requests out of nowhere, unless there's something else sinister going on. All right, unless or maybe your daughter Becky is going through and talking to people. I don't know what's going on, man. I just work here. I just live here. I just exist on this plane. All right, so I'm making like a peachy color that's also yellow. The closer I get, I mean, you know, when I go to the middle, I want it to be a lighter yellow. I don't like all these paint, like dried paint bits. I try hard not to have them on there, but it's hard. All right. So just painting it down. See if I can get a nice gradient. Normally for like gradient type of paintings, and they put it in the water too, so you want to make sure it's like a full gradient. So the next color is going to be pink too. The same pink that I mixed up. So I'm mixing that down here. It's looking pretty. I need to wait for it to dry before I start adding all the details. I need some white, more white than that. And I feel like it's like too watery, but that's okay. Good thing about things being watery is they do dry faster. And then you could just paint over it. All right. So the next color would probably be blue. Let me see if I have enough pink. I think I do. So let's put some blue down. We want to make sure there's like a little overlap, so there's some purple in there. I know this isn't very mixed media Monday of me, but I'm sorry. I just have stuff to do. Holidays are busy, busy times for me. That and springtime. I saw a lot in spring and I saw a lot in the winter, which is nice. I like it. I welcome it. Just saying. This is why it's not your traditional mixed media Monday to this time. So Something I would like to do is use a paper towel and blend it better. I think that would look really nice. Okay, so I have a paper towel right here. Just gonna dab it a little. Sometimes you use a different corner for different colors that you don't want to blend as much. Nice. And that also takes away some of the moisture, so it will dry faster before you want, so you can put on your details. Like for me, I'm putting snowbanks and trees, things like that. All right, looks nice. But I need for that to dry before I go on to something else. Before I paint that, so I need to put that to the side. I was working on these last time. I think I might start a new one because I don't feel like working on the same ones. I'll work on this snowman. I had this idea to do a tie-dye one, like a tie-dye snowman, so I think I might do that. Tie-dye looking snowman, you know what I mean. And snowmen are generally bluish, whitish, usually white. Snow is usually white. How about that? So I will, but I'm going to use blue and light blue, like a turquoise. That's what I want to use. You can always use a dark blue too. See how I feel about it. I'd also like to do a pastel one. I think that would sell really well. Or, be given away really well. Who knows? Who knows what I do anymore? I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to sell these or not. I don't think I will, but you never know. Yeah, I like to draw a swirl before I do a tie-dye pattern always. This is like, so I'll do, I can't really see it there. Hold on. I prefer usually to use lighter colors because that's easier to paint over it. But so I'm just going to do a little swirly right by his little belly button there. Hey, look, I'm using marker and paint. Amazing. It's Mixed Media Monday. Just kidding. I realize I cheated y'all. I'm sorry. Just have too much to do. So I draw the swirl because it serves as a guideline for when I do the tie-dye part, which is usually a swirl. I can do other types of patterns, but it doesn't look like a tie-dye pattern because everybody's used to looking at the swirl. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so that's there. Let's put a little bit across his face too, just like random loops, as if this was a big old spiral. But since he's a cutout, it's not a circle. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to start with the dark blue because that'll be easier to see, also easier to paint over. So there we go. We are off, and I just do lines, just like I did a tutorial about this earlier this year. So most of my tutorials are probably going to be about lines. I think lines do more than you think, and as long as you layer it correctly, it looks great. So, doing a tie-dye snowman. Groovy, baby. So I also did if you're just joining, I did a tie-dye Christmas tree ornament. It's going to say peace on earth. I think that's decent for a pun sometimes. Sometimes I think I'm funny, and other times I really don't. My troll shirt came today. I bought a shirt. I ordered a shirt with my design on it and says they see me trolling. And I think that'd be cute for a t-shirt. I'd like to order more for sale later. Or at least put it on Etsy with the partnership I do. Sort of. So now you see it's looking like a tie-dye shirt or something. tie-dye snowman. Gonna try my very hardest to go for an hour tonight. Thankfully, I don't have to work like super early tomorrow. I work at 11 because that was a big problem last Monday. It was with me trying to stay up late because that was hard. Um, but I got my wish. I only work at 11, so starting at 11 that makes me feel better. So I can accomplish stuff. I actually did a little workout this morning, so I could do it again tomorrow morning. Try to get back in my little routine because I always feel better when I exercise. My whole body feels better, so it's good to do that. And then try to get me a healthy breakfast. Although usually Tuesdays I will reward myself for getting up in the morning and working in the morning because I'm usually an evening person. I reward myself with Starbucks, which if you have not had, the one I like is right now is the gingerbread chai tea latte thing. I like that one a lot. But I guess you would have to like the original chai tea latte first to see if you would like that. But I like it. So that's all that matters is that's why I buy it for myself. So there. All right, snowman. So the pattern's out there. That's why you start with the dark blue because it's easier. So should I go around the, should I like make the whole thing? I don't know. Maybe I should, hold on. Let me figure something out. Let me do the hat so I don't venture off into that later. Just in case. You never know. And I'll put something cute on the hat, like a pom-pom or something. I didn't buy those buttons when I went to Joann's, so can't use those. But that would have been cute too. Trying very hard to minimize my craft shopping for the Christmas season because what I usually do is buy too much and then I don't have time to complete it. And then I'm just like, well, I'll save it for next year. And then I have so much. I don't need all that stuff. So I did one little haul and I think I'm going to try and very hard and stop there. I have plenty of things I can paint around here. I don't need to buy any more stuff. There is a hat on my tie-dye snowman. The reason why I put the hat there is just so actually, it really doesn't matter. You can just venture off. I just didn't want to be tempted to make the whole thing tie-dye. I wanted it to have a little bit of distinguishability. That's not a word, is it? I don't know. Is this off? Okay. All right. So this is all running together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint like in white over top of it and not worry about, the swirl part. Because I will make this swirl come back to life once I paint it with white. Trust me. Trust the process. I probably should have given it a background color first, but that's okay. We can go back over it, no problem. We can just keep adding layers until it looks like you want it to. I was going to give these away to coworkers that I don't know what to buy for. Although we are doing a Secret Santa, so I don't really need to, but it might be a nice thing to do. I can give some to Rachel. She's the only coworker I miss from Rebecca Bitzer. All right. If I do anything else, like an embellishment, I would like to do silver if I have any silver puppy paint, but I don't usually hoard that. I like gold better. So we'll see. We'll see what I can do. We'll see what happens. There we go. getting there. So I'm just going to paint like as it's dual colored, and then I'll paint the white over top of it. Normally I don't do it this way. Normally I paint the lines around as I go, but I don't know, just felt like it. Felt like doing it the lazy way. Also, I need to touch up the face a little bit over here. Yeah. Hold it up so you guys can see. That's what it's looking like so far. It's laser cut. There's a part of me that wishes it wasn't. I kind of like a carrot nose, like an orange carrot nose, but I could put like I just said I wasn't going to buy anything from craft stores, but I can buy like embellishments that are like buttons that you sew on, just slap it right on there with glue. Or I can make one. No worries. I'll figure it out. It's not really that important. Whew, it's been quite a day. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. It's always better when I'm kind of alone in the office. However, I have to answer phones. The phones ring off the hook, but it's part of the job. I wasn't sure if I wanted to sell my pencil cups or not. Just thinking about it. Still thinking about it. The only one I would probably like to sell, besides the South Park one, is the evergreen tree one. I thought that would look nice. I haven't finished that. That was supposed to be my tutorial on Thursday, but then it just all came crashing down. Everything came crashing down. It was a long, long week. All right. Now I'm not going to wait for this to dry because in tie-dye, it generally speaking, it blends. Everything blends. But what I am going to do is paint over this blue a little bit more before I start with the white. Probably add some glitter. Is that mixed media enough for you? Trying to minimize my glitter. What I usually like to do is add either glitter paint or glitter glue. It gives a little bit more control over the situation. I understand that schools and any like camps and like it's a lot cheaper just to buy loose glitter, but I don't care. Glitter glue is way better. All right, it's coming along. It's getting groovy, baby. Groovy, baby. We're getting there. We're getting there. I wonder how much else I can make tie-dye. I just love to tie-dye stuff. I don't know. It's not even really tie-dyed. Faux tie-dye. Okay. I don't know. I feel like tie-dye is like easy to do and it's kind of therapeutic. You just sort of brush the same thing over and over again. So that's fun for me. Doing the white now. So when you see white, usually on tie-dye, unless you did a reverse tie-dye, it's the part that didn't get the tie-dye. So it can be random. It doesn't have to be in a line, although I kind of want it to look like, I don't know, it has some sort of shape. So I guess what I'm saying is it doesn't need to, like, you see all the space in between the lines. That's fine to me because I think it looks more realistic that way. painted my nails green. I wore green today. I don't know if I can get away with wearing green again tomorrow. Maybe I'll just have to mismatch. I mean, I can get away with it just fine. I just don't know if I would like to. But green's growing on me. I didn't used to like green, but it's growing on me. Looking cute. That's the snowman so far. It's going to be cute. I still need to paint the backs of some of these, but that's okay. All right. Quick and easy. And he's tie-dyed now. I would like to embellish a little bit on the hat and all that jazz, but I think I'm going to wait for it to dry for a little bit before I figure it out. I have some pom-poms. I don't really, those are too big. I should have bought the smaller ones. Or I can use I could put like a reddish glittery dot, I mean like a band around the hat to make it look like the hat's got a band. I don't know. I'm not really feeling. Oh my god, what the heck is in here? Just like a moth. All right, let's put that to the side for now. This is getting there. I don't know if I trust myself to draw it. I'll try my best to draw it really well. So there's going to be 2 snowbanks. And of course, it doesn't have to be exactly like the reference picture you're looking at. Just as long as it's, I mean, it doesn't have to be anything, really. I just like to look at reference pictures. It helps me a lot. Helps me learn how to draw things sometimes too. All right, so this is over here. These snowbanks, I'll go back over them later, make them more detailed. But for now, I'm just like putting a shape where the shapes go, more or less. So that's that snowbank. There's going to be one right here. There's going to be one behind it, but it's going to be like, like instead of drawing it like in a space, there's no space. They're attached to each other, even though they're not. I don't know how to explain that one. It's just the space. It's like a 1-point perspective. Maya, honestly, every time. Do I have to do the heat gun again? Do I have to? Honey, I don't like to, but you're in the way. Scooch, go. No. Get down. All right, thank you. Sorry. I don't want to scare my kitty cat. I do love my kitty cat. I just don't want her to have like a colorful tail like she did yesterday. She got her tail in some green paint. And it's not just any green paint. It was phthalo green. And anytime you have anything that words the word phthalo in your paint, that means that it just stains like crazy. Phthalo blue does it too. And phthalo green does. And she got quite a green tail yesterday. I got most of it off, thankfully. But she just doesn't listen. So I'm just painting like the general area where snowbanks are. There's going to be like a little river down here. And I need to like go back over the snowbanks with some darker blue to make it look like, they're actually sitting down with a shadow instead of floating. I'm not positive the whole thing was dry completely enough. Or maybe it's just, I don't know why the white's not showing up very well. I don't know. But that's all right. We can go back over it again and again and again until it's the way you want. You know what I have stuck in my head right now because I said it earlier to Brandon. Hello, la la la. I'm crazy. I'm just silly. I am a silly goose. All right, you see how it's starting to form a little riverbank just around the riverbank. So, maybe it's just my glare that I can see. I don't know. Don't know why it looks different to me than it does on camera, but I'm glad it looks good on camera. This I would like to dry before I start painting the trees on top because I want the trees to be as bold as possible because it's going to be the focal point of the picture. I need to paint some like other trees, like pine trees back here though. And I would like it to sort of, end. I don't want the river to go on forever and ever. I want to like have a space where it stops. But it like is implied that it goes on forever, I guess, is what I just said. I don't know. Stop talking, Susan. Just stop. I would like to open mini brands, but I don't think I'm going to have time tonight. Tomorrow I might be a bit busy as well after work, but I'll do it. I'll do another one. I have 2 more to open. Don't you worry, guys. It's going to happen. Probably Wednesday would be a good time to do it. Wednesday before work. Doesn't really matter because I upload them as shorts. You have no idea what day it is, but I'm just letting you know just in case you like those shorts. I don't know. I like to be nice to my followers and subscribers. So that, I want this one to like stick out some more. All right. Good. So now I want to draw some shadows behind, like so it's sitting down something. I would like to use black too, as much as I don't really like to shadow with black, I will. I need more white. Goodness, I go through so much white. It's like the most used non-color I use. See, because black is the mixture of all colors. And hello, Angela. You got my silly goose comment. Honk honk. I am a silly goose. It's very true. I am the silliest of gooses. Geese. So just like giving it a little bit of shadow. Not too much, hopefully, but I think I usually, before I'm going to paint the trees, I'm going to go back over it with white. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you watching, and I'm glad that you made a goose noise. It made me happy. Lady, we got to hang out like in person sometime. I'll come get you if you want me to. I don't know what your car situation is, but you gotta come meet my cat and we gotta hang out and gossip. And hopefully not get pulled over this time. I know. But at least he was nice. He didn't cite me. He didn't give me a citation. I just It was just like a fear that you know, they have a quota. It was just like me getting nervous. And he's like, "Oh, why are you shaking?" I was like, "Well, because you pulled me over, idiot. I don't like to be pulled over. Makes me nervous. Does it not make you nervous when things happen?" But I did not say that. I was polite. It's looking pretty good, pretty good. It's supposed to look like a snowbank, and I think I did pretty well. My laptop might need battery charging. Give me a moment. I'm sorry. I need to get my power cord. Need to get it anyway because I have to take my stupid thing to work tomorrow. How did this even jump over there? Okay. Kitty cat. What's the matter, baby? I'm sitting on my kitchen mat looking sad. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I don't want you to play in my paint. I don't want you to. I tried to set up a thing for you to paint, but you wouldn't do it. So now what am I supposed to do? Please work. Yay. All right, back to business. Oh, goodness. I told my parents I want some new chairs, and my mom said I should get something secondhand, and I said, no, thank you. Not again. I like the chair I bought. It works really well. I exercised in it today. The only thing I don't like about it is that it has this well, I don't actually. I like it. I like it fine. It's just my cat enjoys it too, and she wants to scratch it to death, and I don't appreciate it. I don't know how. I keep trying to catch her in the act, but it's hard if I'm asleep or not home. So what am I gonna do? She'd already destroyed. I had a basket full of when I used to make masks to work every day. I used to put my mask in that basket, and then I could just grab it on my way out. And that was made of cloth or canvas, and she scratched that to death. And I mean, I saw her doing it a few times. I'm like, don't do that. And then I'm just like, oh, fine, do that. Because I don't even care about that basket. But yeah, I'm gonna replace it soon with something plastic, and then she'll be sad because her scratching post is gone. She has so many scratching posts though. She does not need that. She just likes it. She's a spoiled cat. Spoiled brat of a cat. So I need to draw trees in the background here, and then there's going to be really tall trees. There might just be one tall tree. I don't think I need it on both sides. We'll see. See how I feel. So this is actually technically behind this one, so I'm drawing a line to indicate that is in front. See what I did there? I read Catcher in the Rye last week. I've never read it before. I don't know why. It just wasn't taught to me or on the reading list, I don't think. It was interesting. And then, I can see why it's on the banned book list. I can definitely see it. Not that I agree with banning books. I don't. And I mean, I just don't understand. I can't think of anything scholarly about that story. I don't know. Are they actually teaching it in schools, or are they just trying to get it out of the libraries? Because if they're just trying to get out of the libraries, that's dumb. But if they're teaching in schools, I have some questions. Did you? I didn't have to. I guess I didn't have to. I remember my friend Lisa really liked that book, but I was just like, oh, all right, it's a classic, but I've never read it before. And just because I read a lot now, that's what I decided to read, and it's interesting. There's a lot in there, just a lot of stuff. Oh, okay. I remember when I did summer reading, I tried to choose the shortest books possible, and then I read last minute. And yeah, I wasn't a reader back then. I wish I was, because I would have probably learned a lot more. All right, so there. This one is also in front. So I'm putting like a little line. And I need to put some trees back there. And those trees are like greenish, bluish, but let's make it mostly green because trees are green. But I'm also going to add some black. Or really, it's Payne's gray. And these are in the background, so they don't really need to be detailed, just like lines again. I remember reading Make Lemonade. I don't know if you've heard of that one. I just read it because it was really short. And I don't know. I remember that they collected the homework assignments first thing. And I don't know. It's just to make a point, like, hey, yes, I'm going to make you do this for summer reading. So here. But that's okay. I can learn more than it is now, make up for lost time, because I did graduate high school, so I'm done. I can read whatever I want. I really miss the book fairs. I don't know, like, there's a lot of people that say that, and they say it online too, like, it's like a whole thing, and I just think that some, like, Scholastic or, like, I don't know, anybody that makes books, like Penguin Press or something, they would make so much money if they held, like, a book fair for adults. I think it would just be such a good, like, turnout, and they're missing the opportunity, I'm telling you. Anybody, like, any publisher could do that, and I'm telling you, adults would come from far and wide. But I was really into cats. I'm still into cats. But when I was in elementary school, it was sort of close to an obsession. It was like my personality, basically. That's like, I'm the cat girl. And if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have anything else, the old labeling thing. But anyway, long story short, I got a cat poster every year at the Scholastic book Fair. Every year I got a cat poster. It was adorable. So I'm going to sell prints of this. I know. Well, I always was into art too when I was in elementary school, but I just wasn't. I did cartoons until I was told not to, basically. And when I was told not to was usually I think that was high school, where they're like, well, you can't do cartoons yet because you have to learn how to draw realistically before you draw cartoons, before you draw abstract. And because I was, and it's not that I didn't like cartoon drawing, it's just I got so out of practice because I was focused on all the realism and everything else that I had to learn for my AP art class. So I just stopped doing it. I really admire Rebecca Sugar for continuing because I don't, and I know other people that are really good at animation that I went to school with, and I was just like, so you just kept going because even though, like, I just didn't. Who has the time? But I mean, if you really like something, I get it. It's cool. I should definitely practice my cartooning again someday. I think I entered a Nickelodeon magazine contest. It was a drawing contest for Nickelodeon magazine's birthday, and I got second prize. And that was a cartoon. So I mean, it's not like I wasn't bad at it. I could do it. So, and then I remember I entered like a drawing contest for Red Lobster, which is random as, but I won that, or I either won that or it was a second prize or something. And they gave me this awful looking hat. It was the 90s, but it was like a neon like hat where it was like I remember the bill was like pink and the fabric part of the actual hat was like bright green, and I was like, who's wearing this? Not me. All right. Trees are in place, and now I'm going to do the big tall tree down here. Because AP art was very demanding. Like I had to do sketchbook assignments all the time, and I mean, my time management is pretty terrible anyway, but like I could never possibly have had the time just to practice cartooning while I was in high school. That was not going to happen. We had like sketchbook assignments and then actual assignments, and so basically they wanted you to journal, so to speak, with pictures. And they also wanted you to complete really complicated assignments like a self-portrait I had to do with newspaper, like the grays and whites of the newspaper. I had to do like a lot of pastel work. I was pretty good at pastels. I did a lot of pastel work. One was like a fear of clowns. Well, you got to choose which fear you wanted. We had to draw a phobia of some kind, and I chose clowns because they're colorful. And I did that in pastel. I also did like the rest of the class. I remember did like ink resist, which is also fun to do. I did a couple of those too. And collages, my goodness, so many collages. But I was very good at collages too. I could do that. It was just about making a composition. And I remember I had to do a collage in Mr. Barnes' class, and then I had to draw that collage in like pencil because it took me a long time to learn how to draw like in black and white pencil, like to actually shading. And before I did color, he made sure I knew how to do that first. And it's good practice, but man, I never ever want to do a pencil drawing that detailed ever again. It was so much work. You have to do like little circles when you shade, and that's a lot. So I guess there's a good reason I'm a painter. It's hard to draw tree limbs without making them look too flat sometimes. But I am working on it. We always entered contests too as a class. I'm just talking about high school now. I don't know why, but anyway, yeah, we always entered contests as a class. So it was like, and every time we entered a contest, we would win. And then like somebody else, somebody in the class would win. And we entered one that was like a poster contest, I believe, for I don't know, I forget who it was that put that on, but this girl Katie won. And it was like, I think it was for like I remember it was for about like a statement about violence in schools and trying to get a statement against violence in schools. So that's what we had to do. And mine, like it took me forever to come up with something to do. And what I did was, in the end, was lockers. And like I just drew a bunch of lockers that were decorated with like happy faces and like positive things, and it said, no room for violence here, and that was my entry, but I did not win, which is fine. I don't know. It's okay. We also did the Montgomery County Public Library contest, I remember, and I remember not doing so well on that one, but like I tried to draw a bookworm, but it wasn't like when you do it was a logo contest. So when you do a logo, it's and we didn't have like computers at our disposal, so we had to, hand draw it and paint it, and it just wasn't really very uniform. But the person who did win, and I'm not positive if they still use this design or not, but I kind of think that they might. She did it looks like a book, but also a laptop, so that was pretty cool. We didn't usually get figure drawings in there because parents didn't want their precious little ones to see naked people, but we did get people with their clothes on. So, and Mr. P was very into that type of figure drawing, and I just was like, I don't want to draw figures. It's not like he would put that like he did that like he got a figure like a what's it called, a model to do it, but I was like, I am a senior. I have stuff to do, and I had to work on my senior portfolio, like my show. And he's like, no, take advantage of this. Come draw this person. I'm like, I don't care who this is. I don't want to draw this. I took figure drawing in college and I did really well. But it was just such a random thing to just suddenly do. It wasn't even like an assignment. It was just like he wanted us to draw things because he hired a model, and I'm just like, that's your problem. I have stuff to do with Mr. Me and Mr. P weren't really the best of friends. I'm just kidding. I did like him. I like him as a person, and he was a decent teacher. I was a teenager, It's just the way it is. Okay. So in my reference image, there's another tree right here, but I haven't decided if I want to put that there. Would it make it too busy? I don't know. I'm tending to think it would because the focal point is on this tree. I don't want it to be too busy because the painting is so small. So what I'm going to do is just have this one tree, and I'm going to add snow to it. Yep. I wasn't too rebellious, but I was a little bit. It wasn't like the worst. I've known worse people. Like we had I was doing homecoming or something, and they wanted us to help with painting making decorating the hallway basically. So I went downstairs to try and get some paintbrushes, and Mr. B's like, absolutely not. And I was like, why? And he's like, because those are ours and I don't want them to ruin it. And I was just like, how do you, I don't know. At the time, I thought it was really dumb that he wouldn't do it. And people kept sending me downstairs to get it. I was like, he's not going to give it to us. I don't know what to tell you about. But now I kind of get it, because when you're a teacher and in schools and you only have so many supplies and they don't give you money for more, and especially art is hard because it's very expensive, and then you only have a certain budget. So I get it. I just didn't understand that when I was a kid. I need to fix this. It looks like grass growing. It needs to look like branches. Oh yeah, we did one. Was it a pencil drawing? I'm pretty positive it was a pencil drawing. We had to do because of the Monica Lewinsky scandal. This is really aging me. I think I was in 10th or 11th grade. I don't remember, but we had to do some sort of kind of a political cartoon about it, but it was a pencil drawing, and I did a pretty good job on Clinton's face. I remember. I don't know if I still have that somewhere. My parents might have it. I don't know. But it was so stupid. It was I did the White House, but it was split in half, and there was a zipper up the front. At the time, I had no idea what the hell I was doing, but, like, I knew what a blowjob was, but I didn't know, like, how stupid, like, how, like, sexual my painting my picture was, and it really was, so, I don't know, but I guess it was okay until they invited Hillary Clinton to that art show, which everybody was did that stuff, but she did not come, don't worry. We went to St. Thomas. Was that Yeah, I went to St. Thomas at some point. I think it was in middle school, and I had to watch a lot of really good pictures. So this is one of the first times I started drawing from pictures. Now, my teachers don't really like me drawing from pictures. They didn't used to because it flattens everything out, so it made it easier. That's exactly why I do it. I'm sorry, but they wanted me to study like life drawing, so I get it. I just was like, no, I'm going to draw from pictures. That's so much easier. Um, but anyway, so where was I going with this? Oh, wait, so I did like a nice landscape of St. Thomas, like the blue water and everything was really pretty. I hope I still have that somewhere because I did not sell it. I thought about selling it, but I never did. And everybody wouldn't buy it, so I could probably still sell it. Just whatever. Just it was done with chalk pesto. It was nice. I was impressed with myself. All right, it's looking pretty fun. I like it. I think there's a part of me that thinks it's like a little bit too busy just with the branches up front and that maybe I should make it darker. Looks like I had added too much snow or something. These times like this when I'm like questioning my work, it'd be helpful to have a teacher. I should just like put an art teacher on retainer, just have them come by and critique all my stuff. Or I guess I could always just take a class, whichever comes first. I remember speaking of like budgets for art classes, um, we didn't really paint on canvas because like canvas is expensive. So we paint on cardboard, like literally just like pieces of cardboard. And you just tape it off and paint on it and it's just as good. And then you just frame them and or put them in mats and go for a show. But yeah. And like we had to buy our own supplies, like the students did. We had to buy our own paints. And I mean, I'm lucky. Like my parents, I'm their pride and joy. But there's a lot of people that are like, I can't afford it, and I felt bad for them. I don't know, but it's just that's what it is. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better now that I darkened the tree because it's in the foreground. So I do think that it's a little bit thick. Like I need to thin out the trunk and such, so I can do that easily. Especially right here. Yeep. It's getting there. I just didn't want it to be too, because it doesn't look right. Like, it's very hard for me to paint thin lines sometimes. So I'm trying to make it thinner and still like a tree, but also, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just let me go. Just let me babble on and on for no reason. It's getting there. This is going to be my Christmas card. I just need to take a nice picture of it and set it off to Shutterfly. And I was also going to put my YouTube link on there because I have no shame. No shame. Use pink instead of white to make this branch thinner. I mean, most people that I plan to send a Christmas card to have already subscribed because they know me, and I've already gotten to them. But just in case, you never know. You never know. I really like a gradient sky whenever possible. It looks nice. You don't really have to try too hard. I try hard, fine, but it's a very elegant way to do things, I think. And then, so in Einstein, when I was there, and I don't know if they still do this, but it used to be like you didn't have to. Maya! Sorry, I know that was really loud, but she's like scratching my chair. No, you do not scratch that. No, bad kitty. Thanks. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare anybody, but she was starting to scratch my chair, and I was like, absolutely not. Hopefully one day she'll learn. Or not. Maybe I'll just have a scratched up chair. So that's what it looks like so far. It's going well. Better than I expected, to be honest. I thought it's hard to freehand things sometimes, but I've been trying to practice more, especially with landscapes. Landscapes are difficult for me. I don't practice them enough, I guess, so I just need to practice more. It's the perspective. It's hard to get the perspective correct, especially when there's no foreground. But if there's something in the foreground, it's a little bit easier for me. I don't even know if that makes sense. There's one picture I saw that's just like a road in the forest, and I was like, I don't know if I can do that because it might look flat. It's easier when you have something in the foreground, in my opinion. Maya, you're attacking my feet. Don't think I don't feel you. It's better than my chair, but it doesn't feel good because you have claws. And claws hurt. She's attacking me in protest because I won't let her attack my chair. Quit biting me. It's not nice. Oh, actually, that's your claws. Well, still, stop. Spoiled little kitty. Goodness. right, we're getting there. So I just need to brighten up some trees back here. Try not to overwork it though. It's a problem sometimes. Let me see something. I want to make the water look more watery. So I think I need some streaks of white. If I do too much, then I can always go back with the gradient color, fix it. I want to save this palette today because there's a lot of paint on, and I'll use it for tomorrow. Tuesday. I do have sharks I would like to finish. I also would like to start the background of, I don't remember getting that email. But anyway, because I should have gotten money deposited in my account today from Etsy. But anyway, I was going to start those shoes that they ordered. Just the background's good enough. I'll do the rest later. Just something to start with. She's like, I'm in no hurry. I'm like, yeah, but I don't like shipping things out when it's not on, like, late. I hate that. It makes me feel like, I don't know. And like, it's part of my rating. Like it says, I ship things out 100% of the time on time. So I don't want to, I don't want to work. I don't want to go backwards now. I want Etsy to like me. Try not to rebel against Etsy because it doesn't really work in your favor. Because if you get like less than 4 stars on your shop, they'll close your entire account. There's no such thing as a 3-star shop. Go ahead, go look for it. I promise you won't find it. They are very serious about their customer service. And I just like to have, I don't know, I just feel like when I work with the pressure of a deadline, and then I feel more accomplished when I actually met that deadline. There was one time I had to ship it late, and that was because I was sick. I was really sick, and then I had so many shoe orders at like one time, and I was just like, I'm really sorry. I can't. I'm trying to get it all done, but he's like, oh no, it's okay. It's more about the quality, not the quantity. And I was just like, I appreciate it. I'm sorry. I'm going to get this done as fast as I possibly can. I felt really guilty and bad, but I just couldn't. My body wouldn't let me. All right, we're getting there. We're almost done. Actually, I'm actually really enjoying doing this, so I don't want to be done, but I don't want to overwork it either. So I would like it to look nice. So I like to put a little bit of stars, and then I was thinking about it, maybe some snow in the background. Little tiny. I don't like to use the end of the paintbrush very much because you don't get as small of a circle. Just a little bit. I like to flick the paint on there, but it tends to go everywhere. So I'll just be nice and neat about it. All right, pretty cool. Now I'm going to sign it, of course, at the bottom. Make sure I sign on the actual canvas, not the tape. It's a really good. I usually do bottom right, but let's do bottom left because it'll show up better. Is D. There we go. Well done. Woohoo! That's gonna look nice, I think. All right. What else? So I've been streaming for like an hour and a half. I would like to stop. No offense to anybody. I have stuff to do, but I'm really glad I got this done. I was trying to get this done for a long time. I didn't know if I was going to have the time, so that's what's good about streaming. And I don't know. I have some ornaments to do. Maybe I'll finish. Hold on. Before I go, maybe I'll finish this for a second. It says peace. I wanted to say on earth underneath the peace sign. And I did draw it out, but I didn't really like the way I put it. So let me actually give me a gel pen. I'm not really great with fonts. Okay. E A R T H and then O N. I can't decide if I want to be white or maybe dark green would be better. I think dark green might be better because that's sitting against the red. So let's do this actually holiday green or something. Before I did it in gold, and I didn't think it showed up enough, so I think a green is a good idea. And if not, actually maybe black is better. Let's just make it show up really, really bold. All we want is the words to show. Ear. Peace on ear. There, it says earth. I don't really care that it's not even. I kind of care, but I can't afford to care because it'll take me forever to put this on here if I care. So I need to stop being a perfectionist. It's hard, though. It's really difficult. I appreciate, like, I wiped off some of the gold, but it's still shimmery in parts, and I think that looks really pretty. I would like to continue the gold someplace else, but I'll figure it out. All right, now that I've done the on earth in black, which I feel like I should do white, like I would do it like a font, like white over top of it. Let me figure this out though. So I was kind of hoping I would do like a black outline on this peace sign, make it stand out a little bit. I apologize. It's been all paint tonight. There's no mixed media. I apologize. Sorry. Just has stuff to do. But tomorrow, I promise I will keep up with the theme and I will do shoes one way or another. One way or another. I'm gonna paint shoes. I'm gonna paint them, paint them, paint them, paint them. So the on earth isn't showing up the way I want it to, but let's do one step at a time. Yeah. All right. So I would like it to be white with a black outline if I can help it. I'll try. Or I guess black with white outline. That's fine too. Was that a train? So I can hear a train, but I'm not close to train tracks, so I don't really know what's going on here. Oh well. Maybe it's a horn of some kind outside. I don't know. I try not to question these things. I'm really kind of glad I don't live near train tracks. I live near a hospital. That's good enough. Thank you. That's enough noise for one residency. So there's a part of me that thinks I should. Well, I'm not going to do it. All right. I was going to paint the whole thing white background, but then it would take away from some of the red, and I just don't know if I like that. Hold on. I might be one of those things where I have to look at it tomorrow. Like there's always a different perspective. You just walk away for a little bit and then look at it again later from a different angle, different mindset kind of a thing. We'll see what happens. But I think it looks better than it did before for sure. Maya's coming. Maya's coming. Maya's coming. Maya's coming. Maya's coming. Maya's here. Maya, no. I don't want you getting my paint palette. That's not nice. I don't want you to be painted. No. Maya, you're in the way. You're in the way. Yeah, you're in the way. Please don't go on my paints. You know, you've lived with me for like 4 years, and I think you should know better that I am an artist, and you just can't be in the way all the time. But, I mean, apparently you can, because you're literally in the way. Oh, sigh. No, not for kitties. No. Why do you want my paint palette so bad? It's not for you. No. You're so cute. You have the sweetest little face, but I just don't want you to be all colorful. There's a book called Why Paint Cats, and I have that question myself. Why would you paint cats? Let's get a close-up of Maya, though. Cats don't want to be painted. Maya. Maya. Uh-oh, it's all dark because Maya's taking charge. She's taking over. Maya takes over. I like when she gets right up in the camera. It's so cute. Isn't it? See, I'm adorable. Yeah, you're adorable. We know. Everybody knows. Everybody knows how cute you are. All right. Well, on this note, since Maya's decided to step in front of everything, I think I am going to stop for tonight. Tomorrow I will be painting shoes. I'm going to start a pair that I got commissioned, and then I also am going to try my very best to finish the shark shoes. All right. So thank you so much for coming by to watch. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your support, and I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Have a nice evening.